Let's talk about Dubb. Dubb is a software tool that currently has a lifetime offer on AppSumo, and it promises to help you grow your business and generate more sales with the help of personalized videos. Hey everybody, my name is Dave Swift, and I'm from thatltd.life. I make video reviews about software tools that have lifetime offers. It means you can buy them once and use them forever. I help you cut through the FOMO and decide what offers are worthwhile for your business and which ones you can safely let expire and not have any regrets. So let's jump right into it. This is Dubb on AppSumo. Now, if this looks familiar to you, that's because Dubb was just on AppSumo last December. So it's a pretty quick turnaround. Usually apps don't come back so quickly to AppSumo, but they have added some new features. So this might be one worth looking at. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the review, what is Dubb and who is it for? Well, Dubb, as I mentioned in the intro, does personalized videos. So if you need to send personalized videos for your clients or for prospects, it's a great cold email technique is to record a personalized video, then Dubb is a great solution for that. However, if you don't have any need to create personalized videos, you can continue to use YouTube, Wistia, Vimeo, or whatever your platform of choice is. They will probably be better suited to serving a wide range of audience. Dubb might disagree with me on that, but as the tool currently exists, I just think you probably want to use a typical video distribution platform if you're going one-to-many. However, if you're doing individual personalized videos, I think Dubb is a pretty decent offering. Let's go ahead and take a look at how the deal works, and then we can talk about some of the things that I dislike about it as well as what it's really got going for it. So here I am inside of a fresh Dubb account. You can see I've already personalized it with my agency's logo. I can see my storage limits here. I've got a 50 gigabyte storage limit that comes with 5 codes. We'll get into the pricing here in a second. And on the dashboard, I get some stats. I can see how many people have viewed my videos, how many people have clicked the call to actions that I've included in them. And you get a little graph. I've not used this account yet, so I assume that this will generate as people see the videos. I went ahead and created just a demo video yesterday as I was playing around with the tool, and we'll take a look at how that works right now. So I'm going to go over here to the sidebar and click on videos. You can see you'd have your list of videos here. I've currently got just the one. There are some options inside of the videos where if I go to edit it, I can start to change the way the video looks and also add a call to action. So let's actually start here. I'm in the info tab and I can just give the video a title. This is my test video. And I can give it a description. And here I could set whether the video is private, meaning that you can only view it with URL, or whether it is publicly visible on my video page. Now, as I mentioned before, I don't see Dubb really taking off as a video sharing platform. People are already used to going to places like YouTube to view videos. So, unless you have a rabid following already online where you can direct the traffic yourself, I'm not really planning on trying to build a platform or build a channel on Dubb. I don't know that that'll work for me. Then I can do some kind of standard options here, like turn off tracking, allow people to download the video, or if I have other team members on my account, I can check this box to share it so that other team members could edit the video or basically get at these settings. So let's go to the next section here. This is the call to action section. Now, really what Dubb wants you to do here is assign a call to action that you've created in another step. So we haven't done this yet. I've got one call to action that I created just as a test, but we could create a new one right from the menu here. We'll actually look at creating a call to action in a second. So here are the options for the call to action. I can have an exit intent modal, which I'll show you in a moment. I can add emoji response buttons or the Facebook comment engine. Let's just jump right over into the video so you can see what some of this stuff means. So here is the video player page. This is what you would send to your prospective clients or your existing client. You can see here are the emoji buttons that I could disable. I have a call to action here to let people schedule a meeting. And if I were to go click away, let's see if this works. Yep, here it is. This is the exit intent pop-up. That just allows me to have one last chance to capture someone's attention before they leave. Now, all of those things are able to be turned off. So if they're annoying to you or they don't fit your use case, you can certainly turn them off. Another one that I turned on just that's off by default is this Facebook commenting section where you can actually leave a comment on someone's video. I think this would work better if you're doing it as a public video rather than a private one. So I'll probably be leaving the Facebook comments off for my own personal use. All right, so that's what we're talking about here in terms of the options under call to action. You can password protect the video as well, which I think is a nice touch. Let's go over the design options. Now under design, I actually have a second layer of choices here. I can design the player or I can design the call to action button. So again, the call to action button would be this schedule a meeting. Let's start by designing the player a little bit. I can display the company logo on the video player page. I'll choose to put it on the top right. And let's see, let's give the player a different color. Let's do something drastic so we know it changed. I'll change it to this pink. And I can also set this to be the default for all videos. If these are kind of my brand colors, I could lock that in. Or I could upload a background image, which has to be 1280 by 720. I don't have any images ready to go here, so I'll just leave this alone right now. We'll go ahead and hit save. It says updated. Now let me go ahead and I can see here that the video actually has updated and I can see the pink playhead. What I don't like is I've taken out of my design options here and you can't actually see the changes happening in real time. It would be cool if I could see, what that was going to do to the player as I was changing the color. Let's go ahead and refresh the public page here and you can see, all of the controls here have changed to that kind of pinkish purple color, which I probably wouldn't use. It doesn't match with my brand, but we can definitely tell that it was changed. All right, let's go over to the call to action options. I can change the color of the call to action. Let's make this a bright kind of yellow color here, really annoying. And I can again set that as a default or upload a background. I'll go ahead and hit save here. Okay. And let's reload and see if there we go, that changes to yellow. Now there's no way to control, say, the text separate from the button. Like for me, I would probably still want the words to be black if I had full control over this. But that's kind of some of the compromises you make when you use a software as a service rather than building something on your own. You can see that yellow doesn't really work very well unless you're hovered over the button because you just can't read the writing very well. All right, so that is the design settings. Let's go ahead and look at the video settings. Some basic settings here. I can upload or I can actually have the video start auto playing. I can upload an SRT file. That's going to be for closed captioning. So, a lot of people if you're having autoplay on, it's a really great idea to have the closed captioning start with it because then people can start reading the video right away, even if they're not hearing impaired. Captions are really doing well for a lot of videos these days where people are on their phone and they don't want to make a lot of noise. You don't have a full editor inside of Dubb, so that's kind of a drag. You're expected to either edit it on your computer and then you can upload the video, or it's kind of a one-take type of thing where maybe you need to trim the beginning or the end, and they let you do that here in this trimming section. But you can't, say, make a cut and delete a section in the middle of the video and pick it up. You can add a custom thumbnail by just going over here to the player and choosing. I'm going to see if I can. Now, I will say I've had a little bit of issue with the playback starting. I've gotten some error messages, and I've actually had, like here, it's just not doing anything. So I'm assuming this is kind of because of the AppSumo effect, where they're probably getting smashed with tons of incoming users. But you can see here, I'm not actually even able to get the video to play at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and clear my cache and try it again. There we go. Now the video is playing. I'll see if I can stop it in a really ugly spot. Oh, that's perfect right there. I will now go over to video and I will set the thumbnail to the current frame. All right, great. So what you can do, anyone could record a video on their phone. What is the purpose of uploading it to Dubb? Well, to me, the value comes in this next step where you can add someone's email. I'll just go ahead and add, I've got a test account here that I've actually already added as a contact. And I can add some personalization text, which will show up in a preview. This is really cool, actually. I'll show you what this looks like. Videos rock. And let's go ahead and copy the thumbnail and link. Now, even if you just stop here, and this is all you use Dubb for, I think it's of pretty good value. I'm going to go ahead and create a new email. And what I can do here is paste in that link and thumbnail, and you can see it's already generated a GIF for me, and it's got my call to action here with the styling that I chose. So it's that yellow color, which doesn't look good here. And then this is the personalization text. So I could write something like, "Hey John," or "Hey Susie," and it would really get their attention in the email, because it would definitely look like this video was made specifically for them. And then if they click on this link, it would take them to this player page, which personally I'm fine with it. It doesn't, right now I'm not using the custom CNAME, but you can, that's part of the deal. You can actually, if you stack 5 codes, you can change this so it comes from your own domain. So that's pretty cool. But even if you don't do that, you just get 1 code, you can add your own logo, and customize the colors here. This is a pretty good looking page. So I think that's a pretty cool feature right there. And I haven't even utilized most of what Dubb is offering. So let's go ahead and look at what some of those other features are. And here's that kind of nag screen again. I'm not a huge fan of that, actually. I would probably turn it off, just because, it might work well for your website, but if you're sending it to one person, it seems a little bit needy. I will say that from my own experience on Dubb's platform, they come across as they're a little heavy-handed with their marketing. So for example, and this is kind of getting into the cons of using Dubb, the social networking links are over here with their YouTube videos and all these bright buttons. That's actually on the record screen when you're recording a video. Now, unfortunately, I can't go into the record screen on this review, but it's basically just, you can see the webcam. The reason I can't go into it is it actually takes over the webcam, and then this video would not work. But this is on there when I'm trying to record, and it's kind of distracting. I would much prefer kind of a blank canvas when I'm trying to make a video. So that's one minor complaint. And then they have a lot of their own exit intent pop-ups. Like, for example, I'll see if I can get one to trigger here. I'm just going to go to the upgrade section, which see, I can go up to my menu here, and I'll click. They're really heavy-handed with this, right? So I've got the subscribe. I've got I can invite other users. I can hit the AppSumo button. They're both kind of taking me to the same location. Now, as I move away, I think, I didn't get it this time. But yep, there it is. All right. So there's a lot of exit intent videos or pop-ups that show up there. Just a little bit annoying. It's like, I'm already a customer. I know you want to upsell me. And I see it everywhere. But if there's a way to turn that down a little bit, I would appreciate that. Okay, so let's look at some of those other features. If you're interested this far, you probably could just get a code and be pretty happy. And I'll go over what comes with the deal. But if you don't have any reason to send these videos, just ignore this deal. It's not worth it. So let's see. We've already looked at this video screen. By the way, adding a new video, you can either do a Chrome extension, or you can just click the plus button right here and record a video right in your browser. So tags, you can tag videos and you can tag contacts to help you organize things. Although if you stack 3 deals, you will get automation features, so you can have the tags actually trigger things like sending emails. So we haven't touched on that yet. Yes, Dubb can actually send the emails for you. So it can connect to your Gmail or your Outlook account, pull in all of your contacts, and then you can send emails with your videos attached right from inside of Dubb. I have mixed feelings on this. I don't really want Dubb to have access to all my contacts. So there is a workaround for that, of course, and that's just to import them manually. If you're only doing this, even if you're doing this 10 or 15 times per day, it's really not that much work. You add a new contact, you just simply hit add new and you type in people's names. So it's not a complete deal breaker for me. So here is the contact section, and Dubb kind of functions as a CRM Lite. Now, this is a term they used actually on the deal page, so I'm not trying to disparage them. There's not a lot of functionality built in, but it does allow you to connect with Gmail or Outlook, bring all of your contacts in, and then actually send emails right from inside of Dubb. Kind of a cool feature. So if I wanted to, I could click on, say, one of these contacts that I've made, and I could see the interactions that I've had with them. Kind of really a very light CRM type of features. So where this actually comes into more play would be if you go to this campaign settings, where you can actually set up a series of emails, say 2 or 3 or 4 emails that you want to send to somebody. and have them go out in an automated fashion. You can trigger these with tags. So let's say you had someone make a purchase. They are imported into Dubb with something like Zapier. Now, this doesn't exist yet. They say you're going to be able to do this within the next few weeks. Someone comes in through something like Zapier, you could have them get tagged and then automatically enter a campaign where they're sent an email with a video that you've already made. Personally, I think there are many tools out there that would probably do a better job than this. There's no reason you couldn't, if you're sending a video to several people, let's say all purchase the same product and they're all getting the same video, there's really no reason you couldn't just put that video up on YouTube or VooPlayer and send that email through your regular email service provider as kind of a thank you. Hey, thanks for buying my product. Here's what to expect, X, Y, and Z. I think it's much more effective to use that video personalization where someone makes the purchase, you get a notification. This only works if you're not selling thousands a day, but you get a notification. You can record a quick video saying, hey, Tom, thanks for buying my thing. You can reach out to me personally if you have any questions. I know that when I've bought products like that in the past, it really makes me feel like the person who owns the company cares. So I do feel like that's an effective way to utilize a tool like Dubb. Now, there are a few other tools here. I've kind of skipped over the reporting section because it's essentially the same thing as a dashboard. I don't know that this needs to be an additional feature here. The only other thing is this landing pages feature, which honestly, I'm not even going to spend any time on it in this video because it doesn't work well. If you have a landing page builder that you already use that. This is kind of a waste of time. The video screen is just fine for me. I don't need to customize it further. I can open it for you just so you can see what it looks like. It looks like a web page builder. This is how the video loads, which is weird because it's all cropped and funny looking. And then, to like change the background, it gives me kind of this blue background by default. I've got to know where to go over here, which it took me a while, but I figured it out. It's under decorations. That's where you change the background color. You think it would be like style or colors or something like that, but no, decorations. And I can change the background color so that it is more suitable for my brand. I don't see a purpose in this. It seems like they actually went pretty far. You can change the mobile responsiveness, something like Elementor or Webflow. If you're using one of those tools, you're going to be somewhat familiar here, but I don't see a point at this time to actually learn how to use this builder. It's pretty limited. You can see the widgets they have here are like, adding columns, adding text, adding links, and then of course, adding your Dubb video. So we'll just kind of leave it at that. Not to be super negative, but I don't see the value here. I don't know how to get out of the builder without saving too. That's kind of a weird thing. I hit save. And actually, no, even here, I don't know how to get out of the builder. So a little bit of a gap in the user interface is like, there is no way out of this. So I'll just hit actually, you know why? They just open a new window. So still would be cool if they had a way to kind of exit out of that without, searching around. Okay, so let's talk about integrations here. And we'll talk more kind of about what I don't like about the tool. Integrations, they've got a Chrome extension. There's an app for your iPhone, an add-on for Outlook, add-on for Slack. I'm not going to read them all here. You can go ahead and check out this page if you see something you're interested in. Let's just get right into the cons. I think this is a good place to kind of start. I feel like this page is a little bit misleading, and there's a lot about Dubb that feels like it's not a bad tool. It's actually pretty cool. I'm excited to begin using it. But there's a lot about it that just seems like it's pushing the edge of honesty. So, for example, you look at this list and you think, oh, cool, there's a Calendly integration. Well, if I click integrate, it actually takes me to the call to action screen, which we haven't touched on yet. But to build a call to action, that's that button you saw at the end of my video. The Calendly integration is simply clicking on calendar here and then typing in your Calendly URL. It's not like a tight integration. It's not like there's some way that Dubb is communicating directly with Calendly. It's just linking. It's a hyperlink. There's no built-in, at least that I can understand, there's no real built-in functionality here because you're not calling to their API or giving any sort of authorization to, display extra information. You're literally just connecting your Calendly account. Other things that seem a little bit. We can finish this call to action section. Basically, Acuity is very similar, where you're just entering your Acuity web address. There you literally just paste in the URL. You can link to any URL. So that's why I'm saying these features don't need to exist, right? You could easily just type in your Acuity link right here. You can add an email to have that call to action send you an email, or a phone number to have someone text you or place a phone call. So again, here with the text option, I've read that they're going to add some kind of like Twilio connection, and you can actually text these messages to people. I don't think that's live yet. I don't see it anywhere. But again, in the integrations, it says it allows you to, integrate with SMS. All it lets you do is add a call to action that says, hey, text me. When you get this video, text me and let me know what you think of it. So, a little bit dishonest there, in my opinion. That's not a real integration. That's allowing me to type my phone number in. So here we are on the deal page, and I just want to go over a few more of the things that kind of rub me the wrong way, and then we'll get into the specifics of the deal and give this thing a final verdict. So Dubb launched last December, and at the beginning of the deal, I think you could stack up to 3 codes. And let's actually go down here to the plans. Here are very similar types of offerings that we saw in December, where the main thing that was changing was how many contacts you got, how many videos you could store, and how much storage space you were allowed. So if I purchase 1 code, I get 100 videos or 10 gigabytes of storage. If I purchase 2 codes, I get 200 videos or 20 gigabytes of storage. And if I purchase 3 or more codes, I get unlimited videos and then 10 gigabytes of storage for each code that I purchase. Now, when this deal originally ran in December, it was limited to 30 gigabytes until the very end of the deal, when they pumped it up to 5 codes maximum, so 50 gigabytes. To me, this is penny pinching. You either get 100 videos or you get 10 gigabytes of storage. There's no real reason to limit this here. If I have very short videos, I should be able to reach the capacity of the 10 gigabyte limit. Think if you had a Dropbox account with 100 gigabytes of storage or 10,000 documents. That's silly, right? No one would sign up for Dropbox. I think Dubb should really examine their caps here. It just doesn't make a ton of sense. Choose one or the other. I understand if you're limiting people, by storage, but I think everyone should get unlimited video. That just seems like they're trying to get you to upgrade so you can hit that unlimited point, where you're investing a significant amount at this point. A lot of times lifetime deals are very cheap, under $50. And here we're talking about $177. So that's the second thing that kind of that gets me here, is that in order to unlock all the features, I actually need to go up to 5 codes, which is including the automation, which you get at 3 codes, and the CNAME, which lets you customize it with your own domain name. But now we're looking at $295. So are these features worth it to you? If you're going to be just using this for personalized videos, sending off emails, say using the Mail app on your OS, maybe you don't need any of the automation or even the custom domain. So 1 code is probably going to be enough for you, unless you're doing, say, 30 or 40 of these a day, in which case you're going to want to upgrade to at least 3 so you can get the unlimited videos and not having to be deleting videos before people have a chance to check their emails. So that's kind of where, it just seems like they have pushed the scale a bit to make you upgrade. Now, I haven't mentioned any of the drama that has surrounded this deal over the last 24 hours. When this deal first launched, they treated the automation feature as though it were a brand new feature that was exclusive to this offering. So that means if you purchased 3 or 5 deals back in December, they were not going to give you the automation. It took about a day, and they quickly recoiled and said that a code is a code, and if you purchased in December, it is honored now as a code that will unlock the new features. I feel as though this was a bit of a distasteful marketing ploy, right? It got a lot of interest. It got people fired up on the Facebook groups, but that doesn't really bode well for the honesty or the sincerity of the company. So that's where I really have some concerns about Dubb. Now, when we're investing in lifetime deals, the team behind the deal is as critical as the features and usability of the software. So keep this in mind if you're considering investing. So that's why I think Dubb is a great tool for sending cold personalized videos or keeping your clients informed with updates, and you want to send them a quick video to let them know what's going on. However, I do have concerns about their marketing practices, and the team behind it seems like they're really sales focused, and I'm going to be a little bit suspicious about upgrades being honored in the future. However, if the tool does what you need it to do today, go ahead and buy a code or two. 3 is probably the sweet spot, as I don't really see CNAME being that important to many people. Although I know people just like to have everything, labeled with their own domain. I get it. So at that point, you have to go up to 5, and you're sinking a decent chunk of change into this product. So if Dubb is right for your business, you can click on the link in the description, and that'll take you right over to the AppSumo page where you can make a purchase. Now, this is an affiliate link, so we do get a little bit of a kickback here over at the channel, and that helps us stay inspired and continue to invest in lifetime deals so that we can break them down for you. Your support is very much appreciated. Leave me a comment below. What do you think of Dubb? Are you going to be investing in this, or are you going to sit this one out because of the drama over the last 24 hours? I want to know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.